Bethany here, and welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be brief and fast because I want to share a technique with you of how to smash a paper pad with little to no thought. I only have the parameters of an A2 size card, and I don't have I have a theme, which is, you'll see in a second, I have two paper pads that are very similar themes, and I have basically an open book in terms of, is this a birthday card, a sentimental something or other, I love you, thinking of you. That's to be determined later on, but I am going to quickly and efficiently as possible create myself some really great cards. And I will be using the Not Too Shabby Shop. I have two paper pads. I have the Sunflower Fields, as well as one of my all-time favorite, which is the Sunflower Bees. I'm not sure if this is still available in the shop, but if it is, snatch one up because I just love this pad. Anyways, I'm going to just start picking out some of my favorite things. I have some card bases set aside. I have my glue ready to go, and we're just going to cut down and make some prettiness happen quickly and efficiently, because I'm at that point of life where I am ripping and running 90% of my day, and sometimes there isn't time to think in advance, oh, I need this card for this birthday or this person, or this person, I'm letting them know I'm thinking of them and I want to send them a little gift or whatever, because I do that happens. And this is just something that I can have prepped and ready to go. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm going to save that for another project. But I know that there are just times where I want to brighten someone's day, and I may not have the sentiment in mind right off the bat, but I will down the road. And so that's what this is for. And I really only have minutes before I have to be to my next thing. So this is going to be on a very short timeline. I also have my paper cutter here, and I will use an embossing folder if I feel like it fits. If it doesn't fit, that's fine. But it helps that all of these are going to be on A2 size card bases, so I can basically just start trimming down. I'm going to use my 4 1/4, sorry. I can remember my own measurements, I think, maybe. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to keep those excess pieces nearby, because guess what? When you have a double-sided paper pad, look at that. You can quickly add stuff and call it a day. Which is actually what this one probably is going to be. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'll cut down this next set. Whew. Love this pattern. I love this pattern. It's very difficult. I'm going to go with this one, and the other pattern is going to be my backup. And it's up to you if you want to cut the 5 1/2 first or the 4 1/4 first. There is no rhyme or reason to why I am doing what I'm doing the way I'm doing. I'm just thinking on my feet, having a goal in mind. Here, let's switch it up and have this one 5 1/2 first. And something amazing will happen. I'm also not really giving myself an outline or an edging. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. I'm trying to use the least amount of die cutting possible. This one's pretty. This one, I'm just going to cut up for strips. I'm going to make some 1.5" strips. And then I will make a 1.25" strip here. One just a little smaller and one just a little bigger. So I have 3 different sizes. So I have I believe that should make that 1 3/4, 2 1/2, and 1 1/4. So I have those ready to go. Ooh, this one's difficult. I'm gonna do the same with this. I'm going to cut it for strips. I'll do the same 1.25 inches. Cutting along the grain at 1.25 inches. And also, I want to wish everyone that it's applicable to a happy Mother's Day belated. I did not craft at all the whole week. I actually was plagued by, I'm going to keep this one at 1 inch. I was plagued by on and off migraines for several days. And some of them were actually debilitating where I could not leave the couch. It was a little rough. Managed. I pulled through. I love this. I love this this panel. These are so fun. We're gonna cut these into strips too. Just commit to the cuteness of having strips. Strips of paper are fun. And so yeah, it was I did celebrate with my children, my husband and my mom, and we did have a good time, but it was a very unpleasant week in general. And I had all these lofty plans to get all these things done, and it didn't happen how I wanted it to, and that's okay. But you know, it was probably the first Mother's Day that was actually peaceful and calm, and even though the loud, noisy children can get loud and noisy, it was okay. It was perfectly fine. We had a lot of fun. Kids got sunshine. I got sunshine. It sounds like some lyrics to a song. It's got some yellow too. And, you know, it was just very relaxing. And we got some good news today. My dad is allowed to walk on his broken foot that is healing properly. So he's possibly going to be getting clearance to go back to work too, which I'm sure he has mixed feelings about because he's had off for the last 6 weeks. Other than that, yeah, just life has been going very rapidly. Oh, so there's all the patterns, and I like how Jamie has on the front page all the key patterns. So if you want to look for a specific one, you can just, there we go, it's right there, you know. Oops, and some just flew under my computer, so that won't be part of what I'm doing. So I have not had the chance though to craft and find my crafting therapy as easily lately, which happens. It's totally fine. I'm done cutting down for now. I may come back and cut some more depending on how I feel in the moment, but I'll move those off to the side for now. And then, so I'm just gonna start setting up across my desk kind of some layouts and ideas of what I want. This way, when I start gluing, I can just go. And I do have this in case I do find a sentiment that I'm like, ooh, yes, that's it. But for right now, nothing's jumping at me. And that's okay. Trying to decide if I like that. Like that. So this is why the strips are helpful, because then I can just kind of place them on top, and if I like it, I keep it there. If I don't, move on. Oof, this is cute. This one is cute. Alright, I thought I had a 6 panel. Whoops. That's okay. So I like that this pattern is a bigger version of the pattern in the background. So I think I'm going to keep it like that. And trying to see if I can sneakily lay it right on top. I think I can. So I will cut this one down though. It's a 5.5, so there's a little smidge that gets a little choppy. I'll find a home for that in a pattern piecing project. There's a lot of piece. Yeah. So those of you who were able to celebrate Mother's Day with your families, hopefully you were able to do some relaxing and enjoy yourself. And if you didn't relax, I still hope you enjoyed yourself, because we didn't do a whole lot. We did go to lunch, and we did walk in and recognize the table we were sat next to, some childhood friends of ours that both hubby and I grew up with, and so that was nice to see them and their daughter and their parents, and just lots of fun. The kids had probably the best outing in a restaurant ever, and they got complimented for it a lot. So I think that was boosting for them to be complimented on their behavior in public. Very, very little outburst or anything. I do have some blue on the side as backup, just in case. It's a very pretty blue. And then I want to do this one. Now, here's the key. Gotta eyeball the placement for both. So yeah, and there, we don't do a whole lot of gifting, because my mom's birthday is actually the same week as Mother's Day. So she gets a couple of smaller gifts, or she gets really giant gifts. And this year, my time is short. That is my alarm to get going. This year, we are going to gift her a bigger gift, but she has to have an opinion about it, so we're not going to even tell her. Sorry, Mom, if you see this before your birthday. And I know she doesn't like having an opinion, but this is something that she's going to be using a lot. So we're going to make her have an opinion. At least encourage it very strongly before we make a decision for her. And I'm excited because it's hopefully going to help motivate her in her business, or our business, our co-owned business, and really get her going. Uh-oh, now I feel like I'm completely off in my pattern. There we go. Okay, I just had it flipped to the wrong side. All good. There we go. And then I could get really creative and maybe do like a circular cutout here. But for now, this is a start, and then my sentiment will go in that lower left corner, most likely. So we are going to finish 2 more, and then I'm going to skedaddle. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that this one's thicker. But I'm just trying to show you different ways to step outside that normal boundary. And also, I will note that I purposely am having all of these cards currently portrait orientation, so up and down. It was just a conscious decision I made to smash this quickly without thinking too much about it. And most likely I'll just do another set of these the other direction, landscape instead of portrait. It's very helpful when you have that one visual style in mind. Then you can kind of just play with it, do a little play on it, and not overthink it. So then this one, yeah, either a circular or even if I find a hexagon. I do actually have a hexagon die cut, so when I come back later, I'll try to remember to do it that way. And then, I do love that in the back. See, Jamie has really great pattern paper. I aspire to design really beautiful pattern paper like that. Speaking of which, my designs, I've finished officially my first 3 paper pads. They are going to be on a limited release in July, but my June paper pads I have not completed my designs yet. So those timeline wise are TBA. Ooh, do I want it this way or this way? Keep it with the same design aesthetic. No, we're going to switch it a little bit. Go here. Yeah. So down to 4 1/4 here. Save that scrap. That one could have a little sentiment on it and be really cute. And then of course, whatever I don't use in this quick tutorial, I most likely will just pull out as needed. I keep a little basket now just right at my feet for fast grabs for when I'm creating and I'm like, ooh, that fits, ooh, that fits. And it's not like the bulk of my scraps, it's just I tend to craft on themes. So obviously you see this is bees and sunflowers. My last theme was butterflies and alcohol ink looks. I also had the Star Wars theme, and so those stayed on my desk for a little while. And just staying on those little themes, kind of, it's easy to just grab and go a lot of times. And it's exciting because, you know, you can just kind of eliminate a lot of the thinking when you stay in those themes. So then this one, most likely what'll happen is my sentiment will go on a white something or other and right in the middle. All right, let's see if I can get 2 done in 1 minute. No pressure. I can do this. Okay, ooh, we're on the green ones. And then I might fussy cut out one of the sunflowers from one of their paper pads and maybe make that its own ephemera. I don't know. Now this one I'm just gluing based off of, I'm gluing. I don't know what strip I'm gonna put with it. We're just gluing to get it on the paper. So yeah, it's also extremely hot all of a sudden here in Wisconsin. Very early in the year, which is very rare. Very, very rare. All right, we're just gonna hit a little pop of color with that yellow. And I'll do the same thing again, the shorter way. So the 4 1/4 cut down. Use that for a sentiment. Less thinking, more acting. Or more action, I should say, not acting. More action. Less thought, more action. There we go. Whew. I just love these colors together though. Subtle and cute. And I'm going to fit it right where the edge of the green ends on the plaid. You can't see where I placed it, but there it is. Now you can see it. Forget, when I craft closer to my body, you can't really see what I'm doing. So, last one. And I got a jet. But this is just something I do to be quick, fast, easy. Like I said. Less mess too. Because I'm not pulling out all the things. I can still shop my shop. Alright, this one we're gonna just be cutesy there. So I'm really excited to share with you a lot of my designs. It's a little intimidating. You know, when you're an artist, Sometimes you overthink things, and that's what artists do, which is okay. It's part of the process. So, and it's not that I'm striving for perfection, believe me. I know perfection is sometimes unattainable, but it's still fun and unnerving at the same time. So there we go. We have 5. Really quick, really fast, really easy. Took me 20 minutes. And that was with talking and not focusing. So there you go. All right. I will hop back maybe with another video of all these sentiments. I decide to add to these, or we'll just leave them there for another time to play with. But I hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to find the joy in your day, and happy making. Bye.